Hello everyone, Lisa here. In a recent video, we looked at the key forces shaping European mobility in 2026, from new regulations to the growing pressure on local operators to modernize. But understanding what's changing in the market is only the first step for a business owner. The next question is much more practical. If you are running a mobility business in Europe, which software do you choose to move forward? Today, I'm inviting you to compare 5 of the main mobility platforms used across Europe to help answer this question. Some of them are dispatch first, others are full-fledged and cover a number of niches and services. Ready? Let's go! First, let's quickly set the baseline. Most platforms used in Europe today already include the core functionality needed to run a ride-hailing business. So instead of focusing on what every platform already includes, we'll look at the differences that actually matter when you're choosing a system. Let's start the actual comparison by looking at brand visibility and growth. Most of the 5 platforms offer branded mobile apps, but the level of branding and launch support varies a lot. Some platforms leave app publishing and promotion entirely up to the operator. Others charge extra or make features dependent on the pricing plan. Onde takes a more complete approach. Both the passenger and driver apps are fully white label and included as part of the platform. Partners launch under their own brand from their own developer accounts in app stores. Onde also includes app launch support, app store optimization, and marketing assistance. Another difference here is API flexibility. Most platforms use APIs mainly for connecting external services. Onde supports that too with services like flight tracking and EV charging infrastructure. But Onde also supports a second scenario. Operators can connect their own apps or systems directly to Onde's backend through API access. So if a business already has its own mobile or operator app, it can still use Onde's dispatch logic, automation rules, and management tools. The next dimension of comparison is adaptability to local markets. As we mentioned in our previous mobility report, Europe remains a highly fragmented market. Different countries and even cities operate under different customer habits, languages, payment preferences, and business models. Operators increasingly need software that can adapt to local requirements and allows a business to evolve over time. Onde supports more than 70 languages and more than 20 payment gateways, while support across other platforms varies quite a bit. Onde also allows operators to add delivery services without switching systems. And one more thing, definitely worth mentioning, Onde already includes features requested by European operators, and upcoming product development remains strongly focused on the needs of the European market. The third area worth comparing is driver operations. In our previous mobility report, we talked about Europe's ongoing driver shortage and the growing pressure on operators to retain drivers. Platforms like iCabby and AutoCab are known primarily for their dispatch and fleet management capabilities. Onde takes a broader approach by adding tools designed to reduce manual work and improve the driver experience itself. Features like automated billing and document tracking, transparent earnings, and driver gamification help reduce repetitive tasks and make daily operations easier for drivers and operators alike. The final area worth comparing is long-term cost and scalability. Software pricing in mobility can be surprisingly difficult to compare, but we'll give it a try. AT Mobility uses tiered pricing dependent on the package. iCubby combines a setup cost with subscriptions, per driver fees, and additional feature-related costs. Taxicolor follows a pay-per-vehicle model. Honda takes a different approach, a one-time setup fee followed by a flexible revenue share model with no fleet size limits. That means operators don't need to rethink their pricing structure every time the business expands. But the monthly fee is only part of the picture. As you can see across some providers, new charges can appear thanks to branding upgrades, feature add-ons, higher tier plans, or per-driver pricing structures. So, which platform is the right choice? The answer here depends on your business model, market, and growth plans. If you're building a shared mobility concept alongside ride-hailing or micromobility, a platform like AT Mobility is worth looking into. If you're managing a large UK or Irish fleet with complex dispatch workflows or private hire, iCubby and AutoCab remain established names in the market. But if you are a European mobility operator looking to launch under your own brand, scale quickly, and combine dispatch with tools for passenger growth, Ondi stands out as the strongest all-around option. Of course, we only covered part of the picture here. The full comparison breaks down 5 platforms side by side in even more detail. I'm gonna leave the link to this comparison in the description below. Thank you for watching, and until next time!